Hi, this is Larenze and I will be talking about my online presentation for my internship at UMSL Athletics. The overview for the organization. I was an intern at the UMSL Athletics, and I'll say the overall overview and experience of the internship was excellent. I got a lot. I got to do a lot in the internship, and I gained a lot of experience and knowledge from the internship as well. And I hope, and I know this will help me down the road. So I'll say the overall and the overview and the experience was very satisfying and rewarding. My duties and my roles. My duties and my roles include selling tickets, setting up the games and prepping for the games like an hour 30 or 2 hours before everyone else is there. And I'll say these two things are very important because you have to sell your tickets and you got to make sure that people are coming to the games and the game day setup and preparation is also important because you got to make sure that everything is set up properly, make sure that everything is at the right place because you don't want to mess up during the game and that can cause a slow down of the game and a lot of confusion. So I'll say those two goals are very important. I also did in-game duels like ball crew for soccer and volleyball, timer for swimming, and sweeper for basketball. I'm not really gonna talk about basketball because I know about basketball, but for the other three sports that I did, soccer, volleyball, and swimming, I think these duties helped me because I didn't really know about the sports because I didn't really watch these three sports, but doing them consistently throughout the internship helped me get a better understanding of what the sports are and the rules and the ins and outs of these sports. So I think the in-game duties were very crucial. Assist the event coordinator and manager for all sporting events, and that means that I helped them with everything. Like if they needed like paperwork or something, I was the interns was there, and they needed like us to like take over duties or switch duties and etc. I believe that that also helped because they had a lot on their hands throughout the semester in internship, and the interpreter to make their jobs easier so they won't have to do as much. So I'll say that role is very important and break down on preparation. That means cleaning up, taking everything down, or putting stuff up, putting up the equipment. And I think this role is important because you gotta make sure that everything is in the right place because of the next game. So these roles and duties are very important. Establish goals, expand my network. The goals that I had for the internship was expanding my network and establishing a relationship with the interns. And I think I did both because I have talked to a lot of people throughout the semester, and the interns were great because they were very helpful. We talked to each other a lot throughout the semester, and we truly had that camaraderie and teamwork aspect of it as well. And I think having a network and it's having people that you can reference to is will be very important in the future. And like I said in the other slide, gaining experience and knowledge of the sports that we did, volleyball, soccer, and swimming. I didn't really get to I didn't really know about them until this internship. I mean, I actually knew about them, but I really know like the rules, what you can and can't do. And doing these games also helped me understand the rules as well. Gain experience on how game day is set up and broken down. This is important because all the sports are obviously different, and you got to make sure that you're setting up for the right sport because you got to make sure that everything is put up, the equipment is not broken, the equipment is working, and etc. And my communication and time management skills also improved a lot because throughout the semester, there are people who had to do work, school, and the internship. And I believe that this internship helped establish my time management skills and let me open up more in terms of the communication aspect of it and get to know people more. And marketing, I got to like market like Qdoba tickets and Domino's tickets for the volleyball game. And I think that was very, very cool because it helped me establish what kind of skills that I need to be in the marketing field and to communication, obviously, negotiation skills, the interpersonal skills, and you gotta have that charisma as well because you got to sell your product. So I think all these goals were established that I'm working down and established, and that Tito, yes, absolutely, because I'm more comfortable with the game day operations and I'm a better communicator now. I don't really get as nervous when I talk to people. I wasn't really nervous, never nervous, but I'm not as nervous at all when I talk to people. And I asked for help if they needed it. And I asked them for help if they needed it because you need each other. You can't do everything yourself throughout the internship. And I'm glad that worked out. It worked out. And you don't want to overwork yourself and all that, all the duties. And you got to work it. You got to establish a relationship with the fellow interns as well. So these are the goals that I had and I achieved. What did I learn? I learned how to communicate with people more frequently and often because me personally, I'm not really a talker. I'm more of a laid back kind of person. And the internship helped me open up a little bit more and establish that relationship with everyone from the top all the way to like the consumers, the families, the athletes. So my communication skills have gone up pretty far because of this internship, and I'm excited about it. The difficulty of managing all these sports is very difficult because only having like one or two people is very difficult. We got to do stats, you have to do camera, you have to do networking, you have to do all the things, all the business aspects of sports. And that's why we were there to make sure that we did different parts of it so they didn't have Nick and Kevin didn't have to do every single thing by themselves because we talked about they had to do everything themselves like the first 2 months, not the first 2 months, first last year 2020 when the internship and the program actually started, they had to do basically every single thing that we did, that had to do all that by themselves. So it's rewarding that we got to help them make sure that their jobs weren't as hard. And the marketing aspect, I think this also is very important because you have to sell tickets, you have to sell merchandise, and we gave away prizes to the fans, the families throughout the year. And I think this is important because you need to sell yourself. And I say the consumer is important because they have to buy the product, obviously, and you got to make sure that they get the satisfaction and make sure that they like what they got. And the different duties, all the sports are absolutely different. So you have to make sure that you know what sport you're doing, know what to do, and make sure that you are paying attention because, especially in swimming, because as a timer, you have to make sure that you hit the button at the right time because if you don't, you probably going to add an extra seconds and that won't look good. And that work relationship with fellow interns is important because those interns can also help you get jobs as well because that's a reference that you have. And network. You have to network because you have to. This been said off the semester, and I think networking is very crucial because You gotta have those connections, and those connections can come back and gain you a significant advantage in terms of job opportunities and etc. So network, talk to people, make sure that you are serious about this because the sports industry is very, very competitive. My biggest takeaways. My biggest takeaways is start at a low level because you'll have more to do and you'll gain more experience and hands-on experience because that will give you a lot more work to do instead of a Division 1. There's nothing wrong with going with a Division 1, but that makes so much money. So that makes a lot more money than the Division 2 or Division 3 school, and they probably won't need the necessary help as a Division 2 or 3 because they have so much money. Build a relationship with the people you work with because, like I said before, you have those connections will come back and gain you a significant advantage to the references and etc. Ask for help and ask them for help if they need it because this is very important because it go hands in hand. You can't do everything by yourself. You got to make sure that if they are struggling, jump in and help and ask them if they need help because that will establish a teamwork aspect and that can go a long way because if one person is slowing you down, then everybody else will get slowed down because that one person. So I'll say ask for help if they need it, and it's okay to ask for help as well. And be enthusiastic and jubilant. Be excited and be happy about this because a lot of people don't get this opportunity. And I'll say be joyous, be happy, and be very excited because a lot of people want your job and you have to do it with the best of your abilities and be the best at it because if you're not the best at it or you're not trying hard enough, they're going to take it in a heartbeat. So what growth had I really had in my sports management career? I'm a better communicator because I'm willing to talk to other people and I'm also willing to help people because I'm very unselfish and I want to make sure that everybody else get the job done. My time management skills is important and improve because you got to establish that balance between school, work, and this internship has definitely helped me establish that because in the workforce, you obviously will have to deal with this because you have to be doing school, work, and in the future a potential family. So this also helped me with my patience as well because I'm kind of patient, but I'm really not. But this also helped me with my patience because I get to deal with more and I get to anyway additional soft skills like flexibility, negotiation, and interpersonal communication. These skills are very important because you need to be able to be flexible and do multiple jobs at once because they will ask you to go to one place to another, and I believe that you need to have that flexibility to say yes, I can do it because that can help not only you because you get to see what other jobs that you do or don't like. Negotiation, I'll say negotiation is very important because you gotta negotiate, you gotta make sure that it's the best thing for the company and interpersonal skills, you gotta be able to enhance or have the interpersonal skills like empathy and etc. because something will happen and you gotta make sure that you can connect with the consumer. So these are the growth that I had. I would tell my younger self it's okay to fail and take more chances because these jobs will want the people who are risk takers and people who won't shy away from the moment. And as I got older, I realized that, and it's okay to fail. I used to get upset all the time when I was younger, where I failed because I want to be a perfectionist. But as I got older, failure teaches you the mistakes that you make, and you can learn from them. And this quote from Michael Jordan: "To learn to succeed, you must learn to fail." That quote is very important because you will have to fail to gain the knowledge and learn what mistakes you have made, and learn from those mistakes so you can better yourself and be more prepared. And that's why Michael Jordan is considered the greatest, because he failed a lot throughout his career. We all know he didn't make the varsity team at high school, but he took that fuel and it motivated him to strive to be the greatest. And that's all. That's why I tell my younger self, to take more chances, and it's okay to fail because you will learn from your mistakes. Advice for incoming students: reach out to us if you need help, because we'll always be here for you. UMSL is the best school to go to because we're very helpful. This school really cares about your education because they will not allow you to slack off and BS around. If you're not taking your classes seriously, they will be on you. The program you're going into, make sure it's the program that you really are passionate about, because you don't want to just waste money on the program because you just want to. And we definitely care about your future, because these networking opportunities can dictate your future. The more networking you do and the more people you connect with, the brighter your future will be, because you will have a lot more opportunities. And take your school seriously and take your future seriously, because you are the future. So, and network with people, because like I said before, those opportunities will come up, and the people that you know will matter, because it's not about what you know. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. I believe they said Dr. Samantha, and I think that's very crucial, because you will have to talk to people and make sure that they are in the same position that you are, and make sure that that's the job that you want. So, advice for current sports management students: keep up with everyone and make sure that, and see how they're doing, because anything can happen, and we want to make sure that we're all connected together and make sure that everyone is doing okay. You need advice, contact us, because we all have been through what you've been through, and we will respond as soon as possible. And look for the opportunities on LinkedIn or any other job websites, because they will be there. And LinkedIn is a great app and website to go to, because there are a bunch of opportunities, but also you connect with people with the same interests as you. And I'll say, make a LinkedIn account. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, make one, because that can make a huge difference. Advice about the sports management program and course: I love the program because it's only in the first year and it's already successful, and I believe it's going to be even more successful than most of these Division I sports management programs. So I have tremendous faith in this program, and the video discussions I love, because it allows us to communicate with each other, and we get to listen to different opinions, because in today's world, people get upset at having a different opinion than you. And these videos are great to have, because it forces us to have different opinions, forces us to communicate. And it's okay to have a different opinion as long as it's not disrespectful or rude. And another thing I'll probably say, decrease the workload a little bit, because we have situations outside of class that we deal with on a daily basis in terms of work, family situations. So I'll probably say decrease the workload a little bit, and make sure that the students at least have one on campus, because I want everybody to experience that campus life, and I want to make sure that everyone is talking to people on campus, because that can make a difference as well. The conclusion. This internship was great, and I'm very excited about how this internship will help me in the future. I want everyone to know that we care about you, and the school and the program will change your life forever. And this is the first year of the program, first full year of the program, and I believe it was very successful, and it's going to continue to be successful as well. And I would like to thank everyone from the teachers, managers, coordinators, and director, because without you guys, all this wouldn't be possible. And let's keep it going, and let's be the best you can be, and let's strive to be the best, because if you don't want to be the best, then you had no business in the sports world, because that's what sports is about. Competitive nature, being the best, and winning. And that's what I want this program to do. We want to be the best, we want to win. And if you have any questions or advice, reach out to me on these websites at my LinkedIn, my Instagram, and my Twitter. And I want to thank you guys for this presentation. And I hope to see you guys in the future. I hope you guys have a successful career, a successful life, and strive to be the best. Thank you.